Daily Show starts now.
Wouldn't it be crazy if they found 2.34 billion tons of neodymium in Wyoming? You know, a magnetic mineral which is pretty vital to computer technologies. Wouldn't it be crazy if Chariot Mining just found the first hard lithium deposits in Wyoming in the last month or so? Wouldn't it be crazy that while all these hurricanes are going on, there is a massive wildfire engulfing the mountains of Wyoming right now, which has burned over 78,000 acres? Wouldn't it be crazy if the media appears to be just ignoring the fact that there's this massive fire in Wyoming? Wouldn't it be crazy if Chariot's stock price has gone up nearly 40% in the last month? Wouldn't it be crazy if these massive fires are only 45 minutes away from Black Mountain, the main project of Chariot Mining Company? That would be crazy. Yeah. Billion.
Interesting, is it not?
In Wyoming.
All right. Welcome, Kate Daly Show. And of course, this hour, I'm going to take your calls. There are so many topics that we can cover and lots of tidbits of information that are more than just tidbits. I mean, we're talking about important observations, insights, things like that. But I would like to get what you observe as well, because I know that it being an election year, you're probably steeped into the news, I would say a lot, and that you are paying attention, eyes wide open to what's happening. And there's been a lot of things on my mind. Mel Madison will join me in the next hour. And in this hour, there's some tape from RFK I want to roll about a secret meeting. There is of course, Wyoming fires still burning. There's headlines on it, but not really headlines on it. If you've noticed, it's not grabbing the big headlines. And usually when California has a fire, isn't it kind of like the big headline? Wyoming has a fire, it's just kind of forgotten about. It's very weird, picky and choosy kind of stuff. The call-in number is 888-673-1450. Of course, you can call in if you're listening live. I would love for you to do that. I'd love to hear what's on your mind. Observances, things that you're observing, things that don't make sense, and things that do. Maybe you've figured something out. That's always fun. I like that. But these are the things that have been on my mind lately. And I feel, I'm going to have to say it, very ADD when going through topics, because there are so many different questions I have, so many things that they're harder to answer, right? Because of this influx of info and tape and people doing videos and all kinds of influx of information. It's hard to know what's true and what's not. And of course, USA on the fire issue did a fact check, and really, truly, all their fact check really was some footage was played from 2017 fire. And I don't know that they actually tackled the problem of people saying, or of information from people saying, look, there's just so much there in Wyoming to protect. And these fires seem to advance stock prices. And these fires seem to be sort of in the middle or the hub of what's going on. And I think it's a fair question for sure. So not to be easily dismissed, I think, because of the fact that we are very much aware that things can be manipulated. So if things can be manipulated, okay, just like in California, remember the PG&E fires, just like Hawaii, if things can be manipulated, then shouldn't you ask the question about the big fires that come up, regardless of where they are? It's a fair question, right? Without sounding weirdly suspicious of everything, can you still say, okay, is this a point that you come to? Is this an observance that you come to that, hey, if things can be manipulated and we know our government lies to us all the time, then should we be asking the question every time? And does that make you sound like a crazy person to the rest of the country? Probably. But I still think you should ask. I still think it's worth looking into. And I don't think that we should easily dismiss this stuff. I think that you should always look into it. It might not lead anywhere, but I think that it's worth it. I'm going to talk about a little bit about a DoD directive today. I've got some things from Ron Paul I want to play for you. There's all kinds of stuff going on. The Tesla robots. Very interesting on the Tesla robots. They're paraded around as something that is working on its own, that it is an agent of itself, that it is doing these things because it's doing these things on its own. Now, there's two different narratives on this. Number one is that we do not have that technology, and that these robots from Elon, which are kind of creepy, by the way, I don't want one folding my laundry or living in my home, but thanks. That one narrative is, okay, they can't work on their own, so they are 100% people controlled while they're in the setting of say, these events. Okay, so when you're seeing a robot dance or interact with a person, that what you're really seeing is somebody behind the robot. Okay, now the other story is the exact opposite, that they're showing us the very rudimentary, the very simplistic, the robot that just wants to chat you up and dance with you, and that really and truly the technology that we actually have is so far beyond that they will not show you that. So they're kind of making it look like all robots can do, if programmed right, is to fold your laundry. And therefore, you shouldn't be afraid. You should spend 20 grand and get one of these robots because it's going to help you with household tasks and, of course, keep you company. Now, which one is it? Which one is it? I'll tell you something. I'll give you the phone number. Let me give you the phone number because I want to hear from you which one you think that is. 888-673-1450. 888-673-1450. Is our technology far superior and we're being shown sort of the simplistic, dumbed down version of AI/robotics, and this is what they want us to perceive that we have, so that we don't question people, so that we don't question things? Just a question for you. Or is it so rudimentary and we don't have a handle on it at all, and somebody has to be running it even at these events, but they don't like to talk about it? They don't like to showcase that. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead. Wait, which is it?
Hi, Kate.
Hi. Which is it?
I got a story.
Okay.
The guy that started IBM, International Business Machines, said a strange disembodied voice told him how to do it.
Ooh, creepy.
Hey, Kate,
Yeah.
Have you talked to Don Fotheringham?
I haven't.
Lately?
Not lately.
I heard a story that there's strange winged statues at the base of Hoover Dam.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard any of those?
I have not. I've not heard that one for sure.
Oh, we got to talk to Don about that.
Okay.
FDR was a horrible person.
Okay. All right. I will. I'll hit Don up. Thank you. Something to think about. Interesting. Okay. 888-673-1450. Observances. Things that are making sense. Things that aren't making sense. I'll take it all. And human 6G is something I've been looking into a lot lately. Been doing a lot of research on too. But the question remains, would you buy a Tesla robot? Why are they being introduced the way they are? And what's the actual story? I will say that after all the research I've done, that I think we're way far ahead of what we actually claim to be. I really do. And I think that it's good to kind of understand that and digest that and then go, I think they're probably keeping from us what our real capabilities are. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead. What do you think?
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
I'd like to say that it's complete nonsense.
Okay.
There's a company called Boston Dynamics with their dancing robots, and all of their stuff is CGI.
Yeah.
If you can kind of catch it in the cuts and stuff like that, they don't balance very well. And when they fall over, they can't get themselves back up. They can't do parkour, and they can't dance.
Yeah.
And then Amazon tried to do their warehousing with robots just a couple of years ago. And at the very end of their presentation, they said, you know what we learned? Putting boxes in boxes is really hard. So I don't believe for a second that they've got robots that can fold clothes, because when you really think about that, that's a complex task.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Some interesting thoughts. I like it. Thank you. I appreciate the call. I really do. I think that points of view right now are very necessary to this conversation. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead. What do you think? Caller, you're live. Okay. All right. Getting shy on me. All right. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
Yes, I would not want one of those in my home.
I wouldn't either, to tell you the truth.
I would think that it's creepy. I think our government has all kinds of ways of spying on us, and they'll turn that on us too.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. I really love the phone call. Thank you. All right. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
Yes, this is Tom in
Hi.
Davis County.
Hi. Go right ahead. You're live.
Oh, okay. Here, I better say I was talking to you laying down. Anyway.
Okay. Did you want to make a statement or a question?
Well, I've been doing battle for an individual that was accused of arson, but when you were talking about the robots, we used to use the robots in my work, and we were worried that we were being replaced, and we weren't.
Oh, and you weren't. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Thanks.
They were not even cute. They were not even handsome like me.
Thank you. Thank you for the call. I love it. All right. Some food for thought. I like that. It's fascinating, isn't it? Where are we at right now? Do you think we have way more capability? I tend to go that direction, but I can understand why people think this. You know, General Dynamics, BlackRock, a lot of different companies sort of rule the world, as you know, and I think that they don't want the public understanding or knowing right where we're at with technology. I think that's why they keep things under national security, kinds of basis. But you know what? I love your phone calls. Keep them coming. 888-673-1450, 888-673-1450. I'll take your calls when we come back. 100% I will take your calls when we come back. So 888-673-1450. Call up. I want to hear from you. All right. And man, I got so much more. All right. Talk to you in a minute. Stay with me. 888-673-1450.
Thanks for listening to The Kate Daly Show. All opinions expressed by the program participants on The Kate Daly Show are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Patriot Radio, KSGO, Canyon Media, or their respective parent companies or advertisers. If you'd like to comment directly, talk lines are